All right, what is up, y'all? We're back with another training video. We got the bandana back on. Haven't worn this puppy in a few months, actually close to like 6 months now, but we're just gonna start filming more gym videos just to continue to update you guys. So we are, like some of you know from the last video, we are cutting. It is about 2 weeks, a little over 2 weeks into our aggressive cut. It's currently 8:30 p.m. when we're hitting the gym, and I've had one meal at 1 p.m. today. We do have carbohydrate powder in here, so I'm glad I'm able to at least drink some of that. I'll tell you that much, we are getting lean, but at what cost? You know, that's where we're at. We're gonna go hit Posterior today. We haven't taken a rest day in 12 days, where I'm not gonna be able to hit the gym for the next 2 days because I'm going to my brother's white coat ceremony, and it's gonna be like a 6-hour drive, so we're not gonna be able to lift for the next couple of days. So I was like, I'm just gonna get a lift in today, get some content. We got the new Auspicious Boulevard drop. I'll show you guys in the clips. New Auspicious Boulevard drop, some of the best clothes you'll ever buy. I love their clothes so much. I wear all of their pants every single time I'm in the gym. If you see me in the gym or any of these videos, the pants I'm wearing are 9 times out of 10 Auspicious Boulevard. They have such great gym clothing, streetwear clothing. So if you want to support me and check them out, they'll be down in the description, but code LUCH, L-U-C-H, to save money. But yeah, let's go ahead and get into the gym. It's already 8:32. Still got to sip on some pre and some carbohydrate powder. Let me know what you guys think about the bandana though. Bandana. All right, guys, welcome back to another voiceover. Like I mentioned earlier, this is Posterior today. We are starting with cable RDLs. I do 2 extra plates with the weight stack at this gym. It's becoming harder to progress this movement in terms of weight. So usually what I've been doing is just upping reps, because progressive overload is not just, hey, I need to do more weight. It's also, hey, I can do more volume. I can do, like, in terms of sets and reps, I can do better form. I can increase tempo. All those things are progressive overload. So if you get to a point like this where you're just not able to add more weight, then start adding reps, slow down the tempo, and just shape up the quality of each rep and make it as perfect as possible. So we only did 1 set of cable RDLs. I've been loving this exercise. It's actually become one of my favorite exercises that I do for my training, and if you follow me on Instagram and TikTok, I've been posting a lot of just physique updates, especially for legs and glutes and hamstrings specifically, and I've seen great growth in both of those from cable RDLs. So, and I think just the split in general and how I'm programming my workouts in terms of, you know, what needs to go first, what I'm trying to prioritize, I've seen great growth in my hamstrings and glutes from that exercise. So it's one of my favorites. We also just move on to these assisted neutral grip pull-ups. Another exercise that has become one of my favorites, this neutral grip and wide grip. I do 2 sets of 6 to 10 reps each. Same thing with this. I use the weight stack. I try to lower the amount of weight or assistance I have every time I'm in the gym. But if I'm able to, you know, do 25 pounds of extra help or resistance and then get 6 reps, I'll just keep that same weight and try to do 7, 8, 9, 10 as the weeks go on, and then decrease the assistance. So we do 2 sets of neutral grip. We do move straight into 2 sets of wide grip. Lats, in terms of width especially, have been a focal point of my training for the last couple months. I have good thickness. I've, RDL'd a lot. I've deadlifted 800 pounds. I do heavy rows, or I have in the past. So the thickness is not a problem. It's more so the actual width of my lats and the fact that I really have a wider rib cage, a more flared rib cage, and then my oblique muscles are just really strong and developed to the point where it makes my waist look a lot wider than it is. So gaining width on my lats has been crucial for me, especially if I do end up competing next year. And I've seen great growth in my lat width doing these wide grip pull-ups and also the neutral grip assisted pull-ups. So my shirt got caught there. But anyways, we do 2 full sets of those. Move straight into a seated hamstring curl. I like to do all my posterior days. Hinge pattern. Short position. So we do everybody else. So here, as you can see, same thing with 2 sets. 6 6 to 8 reps on this works the central phase. Work my hamstrings. We are then moving into a cable bicep curl. I usually do preacher, but I was like, hey, I might as well kind of switch it up a little bit, and that's totally fine. I'm still doing an exercise that targets my biceps. I'm still, doing proper form, proper intensity, rep range, all that stuff, frequency, volume. So it doesn't really matter in terms of my training, at least what sort of exercise I do. Of course, we want to keep exercise selection the same, week to week, month to month, to see growth and to see what works and what doesn't work. And we don't want to change a bunch of variables at once. So you should not change exercise selection week to week, but every now and then it's fine. So taking a little lighter, but still. And then move into one set of these cable pullovers. Really trying to make this back and keep my shoulder instead of press. All the way up and that's pull-ups, which is a little bit different movement pattern. Sorry, it's a late night. It's 10:30. So I do these voiceovers in one take too, so I'm bound to mess up a little bit. Now, this exercise, these cable rope face pulls, I do 2 sets of 15. I do these about every day, but I incorporated them into my actual workout for this posterior day since I'm already hitting back, rear delts. But I do them because I have a slight imbalance in my upper pec and lat, or my lat and up and pec on my left side, and it's one of the reasons is that my left shoulder is just chronically internally rotated, so it rounds my shoulder forward, which means my lat and chest are both constantly under tension, and it's just chronically causing imbalances. So I'm trying to work on that with doing some external rotation exercises and a couple other things. So that's why I do the face pulls. We then move into one set of these rope cable hammer curls, another great exercise targeting more of the forearm flexors, still a little bit bicep, but more of the forearm flexors like the brachioradialis. So we do 1 total sets of 6 to 10 reps of this as well. That was my chair, guys. I didn't fart, don't worry. That's my chair again. But yeah, look at that, and then I can't get a clean rep, so we put it down. We don't try to make form mess up just to get another half rep. We then move into the seated abduction. So abduction, abduction for our lateral rotators, posterior chain, glutes, just abductor muscle, lateral rotators, deep muscles in our glute, glute medius, glute minimus, piriformis, all these lateral rotators deep in our glute. This is a great exercise for, and we just do 1 total set. And I don't really count reps because I can't really add weight to this machine, and 8-10 reps is pretty easy. So I just kind of go till failure, till I can get my last clean rep. Sometimes that's 12 reps, sometimes it's 15. Depends on what. All right, guys, we just finished up at the gym. Not a great workout by any means. One of the worst workouts actually in the last month or two. And the biggest reason is that Retta and just not eating anything and having no energy actually to go in the gym. So that's what happened. We still got it in and done. It's just so funny because I haven't taken a rest day in 13 days or so, but I have to go to my brother's white coat ceremony tomorrow in Iowa, so I'm going to be gone all of Thursday at work and then leave, and then I'm going to be gone off set Friday. So I won't be able to work out for Thursday and Friday. So I was like, I could take a rest day, which would probably be ideal, but then I'm going to take 2 rest days unintentionally anyway, so I might as well come in and get the lift in. And it's just crazy because it's hard for me to stay out of the gym even when I haven't ate anything or I'm sick. Like, this is my second day feeling kind of somewhat better from my sickness until this Retta thing came up. But I was sick on my birthday and I was sick the last few days. But now it's like, it doesn't matter what happens to me. I'm in the gym. Like even last year, and when I got the flu, I went to the freaking gym and I didn't eat anything, and I was throwing up and diarrheaing all day, and probably shouldn't tell you guys that I went to the gym. Hopefully I didn't get anyone else sick, but it's just one of those things. When I was younger, or like a lot of people struggle with getting to the gym, once you reach a certain point, it's hard to keep you out of the gym, at least for me. So that's just something that's crazy. But yeah, posterior today. Our glutes were a little sore still, so we didn't start with hip thrust like we normally would do. We did RDLs. I try to do really hard training today. I try to train with intent, have high intensity like all my other days. Going into this workout, I knew it wasn't going to be the best lift based on all the circumstances, but I still told myself I was going to push myself. I don't care if my weight or weights for the exercises was a little down, or if I didn't get as many reps as I usually do with a certain weight. As long as I trained with intent and high intensity for each set, I was happy, and that's what I came in here to do, and that's what we did. Everything you saw is what we did. Classic voiceover going over what we did again. But yeah, we're gonna go home and eat. I'm still not hungry. I felt not nauseous all day, but just my stomach has no food noise. My body has no food noise. I just don't have a desire to eat anything. But we're still gonna go home, eat, get ready for bed, actually do some more client work, do some editing. I'm working on a new website, so getting all that finalized. I have a new client onboarded, a new client program, one-time thing that I have to do before Friday. So got a little busy night, nothing crazy though, about an hour and a half of work, get ready for bed, and then yeah, we'll be out of the gym for 2 days, so it's gonna be much needed rest. It's gonna be really good. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know what you think of these videos. And also, yeah, this is gonna be part of a new series. It was kind of the series I was doing for my growth phase, but now I'm doing my cutting stage. So this will be like the first real video of my aggressive cut. And then there'll probably be like 4 or 5 more exercise videos of it, depending on how long it takes me to get to my ideal body weight. But we're getting pretty lean. Still have about 7 pounds to go. So that might be a few more weeks. So you might see another 4 or 5, 6 more videos like this, but this will be the first real episode of the training days on this cut. And then we'll do a whole series of my growth phase of the bulk in the fall, winter. And then hopefully I can find a competition and do a bodybuilding show and something like around next year, spring-ish. So I would love to do a whole series on that too, and just see how I can hold up and withstand a bodybuilding prep, and just see how crazy I could look on stage too. But we have a lot more muscle to go, so after we cut down, we're gonna do a nice long growth phase and really try to push it. But yeah, not much else to be said. Another training day. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. Like always, drop a like, drop a comment if you have any curiosity about the exercises we picked, the exercise selection, about peptides, about Retta, everything like that. I would love to answer all your questions, so feel free to drop them down below, but stay tuned for more future videos, and I hope you guys are just enjoying them. So yeah, it's been fun to make this. It's fun making these videos, and I really appreciate you guys who like and comment, and I can talk to back and forth. So I'll see you guys later, and peace. God bless you all.